What's up, guys? Jeff Samus here. It is a beautiful snowy day here in Edmonton, and I just wanted to walk you through a quick campaign that we just started running in the agency. So this campaign is about 10 days old. It's in the physiotherapy niche, and it's working really, really well. So this one was unique because in our province here in Alberta, there's a lot of rules and regulations, obviously, around the medical industry. So anytime you're doing campaigns in the medical niche, you really need to understand the rules and regulations that go along with that. So, some chiros and things like that can't do discounts. In this case, they probably could get away with doing a discount, and doing sort of like a promotion funnel and campaign. But at the end of the day, they just don't really want to do that in their clinic. They really want to charge as much as they can up front, which is, they maybe just don't quite understand their value ladder. Or it might just be a principle they have in their business. But ultimately, they charge for every consultation they do. They don't want to do any sort of promotion to drive new people into the clinic. And so we had to really get creative in terms of how we could generate leads for them. And so we came up with a quiz campaign for them. And it's working great. So far, this campaign's been active for about 10 days. You can see we've spent about $180 on the campaign. We started off with two different versions of this. So we had a long form copy ad, and we also had a short form copy ad. We've turned off the short form copy just because it wasn't getting the click-through rate that we wanted and just wasn't performing as well. The leads were a lot more expensive. So we ended up keeping the long form copy on. And here's an idea of it. So last 10 days, basically, our cost per click, we're spending about, it'll end up being about $2 a click. I'll explain that, or pardon me, $2 a lead. I'll explain why in a second. But, essentially, the ad is crushing right now. It's, we've got 61 and 5. These leads are a little misleading. These are the actual conversions. So if you look, sometimes in Facebook, you'll see that the actual conversions vary. And it's just because sometimes people are on an incognito browser or whatever. But, the best way to look is in your email provider. So on this one, I think it's just in their MailChimp account. And so, we had 4 people who ended up going through the quiz and ended up having knee pain. This is like a runner's knee quiz. I'll show you it in a second. But for the knee pain, they had 66 leads over that 10 days. And then for people without knee pain, 24. So they had 90 leads total. So this is inaccurate. There was about 90 leads total that came in on $180 ad spend, which is about, $2 a lead. So they're averaging about 10 leads a day. Give or take. That's typically what a day will look like. 8 to 10 leads is sort of normal, which is awesome. For us to do that, that's driving, somewhere around 300 leads a month, providing we're running it, 7 days a week, and it's going as it is right now, and on about $500 a month ad spend. That's for us a very successful campaign for them. And now we're working on the conversions on the back end. So I'll walk you through the campaign, but that's just the basic stats on the front end side of it. If you want to see what the actual campaign looks like, here we go. So, this is for their clinic. If we go to see what the actual ad looks like, let's see. So here's the actual ad, and here's the long form copy. It is a lengthy ad. We can kind of go through a little bit of it, but this is basically what the ad looks like. And so when somebody goes through this and clicks on it, it's going to take them to the actual quiz. And this is for runner's knee. So in their clinic, they specifically treat runner's knee a lot, and that ends up being a really good client for them. And so, we wanted to create something that was specifically assessing that one problem that a lot of their key demographic people are going to end up having. And so we created the entire campaign based on that. So my browser's being slow here. I'm on a hotspot right now, so let it load up. All right, so here we go. Suffering from knee pain, could be runner's knee, and you could be making it worse. So just a quick quiz, start my assessment. You've probably seen quizzes like this. We use lead quizzes for this, but there's a lot of different softwares that can do this. Quizzes on Facebook are a really cool thing because they're kind of gamify this whole experience for a lot of people. People who spend their time on Facebook, they take a whole bunch of different types of quizzes all day anyways. So for a small business to use this to kind of draw people in for a specific problem can work really well. So somebody would start their assessment, where does the knee hurt the most? There's only two outcomes that can come from this. Either they have knee pain or they don't. So, the way that we set up basically the quiz is there's some answers that will yield one result and other answers that will yield others. And essentially they get a score, and then the score will determine, where they fall. So let's just say it's above the knee. We're going to do it so that they have knee pain. They have lots of swelling. How much pain do they experience? Strong but frequent pain. It comes and goes. How often does your knee make popping and crunching sounds? Oh, rarely does that. Is it difficult to fully straighten your knee? Yeah, it's challenging. Okay, so your assessment results are ready. So it's just quick, 6 questions, just kind of assesses them really quickly. By no means is it like a medical assessment. It's just a quick quiz. We'll just put whatever's, actually I'll just do test at gmail.com. Let's see if this one works. So your results are in. So here's what we did on this one. We actually had, we ran it for a few days, like probably about 5 days, 6 days without touching the landing page. We didn't really have anything on the landing page. And we found that the quiz, people were obviously submitting their information, but they weren't booking into a consultation on the other end. And so now what we've done is we've actually got the physio to create a video for us that really talks a little bit more about what they're going to get in the consultation, just build a little bit more value. And so we're testing that aspect of it right now, which should work great. I really wish they had some other promotion or other way to entice the people who've gone through this to come into the clinic. They're not really willing to do anything, and I think that might hurt them a little bit in the end. But nonetheless, they've got a powerhouse way of getting brand new leads, and they're going to have the ability to drip on those leads in a lot of different ways outside of just Facebook, for a long time to come. And obviously with retargeting and other offers and email offers and things like that, they'll do just fine. If we start to notice that over the next few days that even with the video it's not converting, what we may end up doing is actually collecting name, email, and phone number, and then start to do outbound calls to these leads and booking them in for consultations that way. So we've got a few backup plans in case we start to see it still struggling to convert. And so there's a quick video here. They go through, and then there's their, a click to call. Obviously, we record all these calls, and they book the consultation on this end, a little social proof, and that's it. That's basically the knee pain quiz. And so, very simple to set up and run, but that can work really well in lots of different niches. We just found that because this client had particular, things that they needed to do for the campaign, they couldn't offer promotions. They couldn't do a whole lot there. We had to get a little bit more creative, but it proved to be a happy accident because $2 leads and getting 10 leads a day for us is for a local client is great. And they don't have any other source of generating 300 leads a month for on a $500 ad budget. There's no way that they're going to do that through AdWords or through a lot of anything else. So this is working great for them, and we're going to keep running it, which is awesome. And from us as an agency, it's great too. I mean, this is a $1,500 a month retainer as a client, right? So not including ad spend. That's just our management fee. Here's the PayPal account for them, and they pay month after month. They're $1,500, which is great. So they're a great client as well. And there's tons of clients like this out there that you can go get. They're in every niche. Local businesses need this help that most local companies don't even have an email list, let alone have a way to populate it with 300 brand new qualified leads every single month. And so, setting this up, putting a proper campaign together for them, this can be the lifeblood of new business for any sort of local company. And you think about that, distribution is king. Whoever controls those leads, whoever has the power to generate new business, they hold all the power. And so it's an amazing skill set to build. We teach all of this inside of Profit League. We teach how to build campaigns just like this, exactly how to set it all up, how to go get clients like this, how to get these agreements in place with them, how to go get $1,500 retainers from them month after month, and really build an agency that suits your lifestyle. You can do it from home, and obviously you can make a whole bunch of other people happy and make them money, which is a really nice win-win. So Hopefully this helps. Hopefully this gives you some ideas of maybe local campaigns that you could run. If you've never messed around with the quiz campaign before, try that one out. It's working really, really well, and it lets you be really creative and can really apply it for any niche if you get creative enough. So hopefully that helps. Take care.